Okay, hello guys. This is your mentor speaking. So what I want to discuss with you guys now, I'll start with the entries, then I'll go to the fundamentals and technicals. So you can see there are people in the group who are making progress when they're busy taking their trades. And then some of you are making progress, but then somewhere, somehow you are lagging because you are failing to get the entry points right. So I will start with the entry points, then we will go to the technical and then fundamentals. So okay, and again, it's just because the load shedding going on, so it's disturbing us. But then I would really appreciate it if maybe the meeting was done while you guys are here. But then I can see I sent the link, and then people are not logging in, so I decided as agreed that okay, I'm just going to record the session. So okay, with the entry points, guys, I'll start by, for example, this point. If you can check, we have a situation here at this point, 14,614.45. Here, what is happening is, as you can see, the market was buying, right? It was buying. And if you can check, this is a daily time frame, right? This is your D1. So the market was buying hard, then it got to a point where it was distracted or it failed to continue going up because this point is affected by the previous point. If you can check the market from this point, right? Which, if you can check, this thing takes time, right? But then previously, this point was our rejection, right? So the market rejected. Okay, it continued moving like that. Then we had the downtrend, right? And then it came back to the same point, which then had to be respected. Then it had to drop again. Guys, if I give you signal of a long trend, right? If I see, okay, fine, this signal, you can hold it. You keep holding, your focus should be on adding orders, but then you have to be smart where you add orders because you can have a situation like this. As you can see, this is a daily time frame, right? So it means that if you place the orders somewhere here, then you're going to make big losses, right? So when you have those entries, how do you know that this is a perfect entry or not? These things, the things which I want to explain here, they happen in all these time frames, right? Whether you use your entries for, if you use your time frames for entry, let's say maybe you are using M15, which is 15 minutes time frame, or using M5 or using M1. Like myself, I use M1, right? But then if you are using M1, you have to know, you have to go for those perfect entries, right? Or snipe entries, some will call them snipe entries. So if you know that you are not yet confident with the entry points, what you have to do is you have to wait for the market to give you an entry. How so? If we said this market is buying, right? You have to wait till we say the market is buying, which means the market is now in our direction, right? So, okay, I think someone joined the class. I cannot see the other side. Participants, choose here. Okay, so okay, with the entry points, guys, you have to look for these things. If then you failed to get the entries, right? Then wait for the market to take direction, which means now, if then I say the market, remember focus is here, right? The market shot up, then it respected this point, which is our resistance, right? So if you can check, since this happened, The market consolidated like that, right? Then it took another direction, which is now a downtrend, which was a sell. This is something which maybe took 2 days, 3 days, or even the whole day, right? Because this is a daily time frame. So it tried to pull up again, then we have another downtrend, right? Then we had a big movement of a buy, but then this couldn't just break easy like that, because remember, this is our rejection point. So this point had to be respected. So okay, fine. What happened with the market now? If I say this is a sell, right? If you can check this candle here, it's a support candle. Okay, how, if you can check here, we confirm that okay, our market is going to sell. It did sell, then it pulled up, then now the point again is respected, right? So I don't know, my when you go to your Maite. 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 Mshengu. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
now,
madam.
oh, okay. I don't wanna corner some disturbances. No muting the person. I thought it's Mike.
All right, all right.
Okay. So okay, yeah. Now it's even better because now you guys are here. Okay. What I want to explain, it's the part of snipe entries. Then we will go to the technicals and how we get our signals. Now, if you can check, if at this point we can see that the market confirmed that okay, we are going to have a change in the trend. But again, what you don't know, because I'm the one who do the analysis. My side, I can see that okay, fine. All these movements are happening inside the trend lines, right? So it means this one is going to be my support trend, and this one is going to be the resistance, right? So now the market is shooting up and down, then up. Now, if then you check, this point all along has been respected here. This is our support. Then it moved again, it supported here, then it moved. This was a big movement. Then we have our support here. The confirmation where we know that this market is going to sell, right? The confirmation, we got it here. This part, this was buying, but at this point, we have two candles at same level, right? But these candles are not the same. It's like they are fighting. If you have a situation like this, it's like black and white, right? If you were moving with this buy, now they are in a situation. In this situation, we have they've hit what we call our point of resistance, right? But then if you can check, are they the same? No, we have a buy candle and a sell candle. Then this confirms that the market is going to change. So when now you are given a signal, you know, you are confident, you know that, okay, fine, that market is going to change. So the only question is, what is going to happen? The movement, it never happened. Don't make me, it never happened. The market will not just, there's no way the market is going to hit the support or the resistance and then it should straight up or straight down. You understand? It means at that point, we're expecting the market to consolidate. You understand? Which means the market is going to go up, down, up, down, up, down. So at that point, when you are given those entries, if it's a long trade, then I will tell you that now we're going for a long trend, right? So now at this point, what you can do is your holding can be maybe a maximum of an hour, right? because this is daily candle. If you can check, this is daily time frame, right? So it means that when you finally take entries at this point, you know that okay, I just have to be patient. But if then we confirm that you now can place your orders, what you have to focus on is, you know, it confirmed, right? That's why now I said I will give you guys the chart where I did my analysis so that you can check. And then that way, if you understand what is happening with the market, then somehow it builds your confidence to say, okay, now if the market opposes me, then I can be confident enough to be adding orders. But the problem that we're having is, we're having people, when I say buy US30 or buy German 30, they just open the chart and then they press buy. You understand? That is where people are making mistakes. So the reason for this meeting is I want to correct that. Okay. So when you are given a signal, if then the signal says buy, it means that you are going to look for a point. You start by checking the chart that I sent to you. Was this a 4-hour time frame, or was it an hour time frame, or a daily trade? So if then, normally I will give you chart of a daily trend if it's late in the evening, because I know that okay, around 5 or 4, then I can give you a signal, which I expect you guys to send me results maybe after 3 or 4 hours or so. Then I know that okay, I expect each and every person who took this signal to be having profit of at least 5K plus. That is the target. So in this case, when you are given the signal, this is what you have to look for. This situation, I understand at this point, it happened daily time frame, right? When you go to the time frame which you normally use for entries, you can also ask, well, okay, which one do I recommend? So okay, since people are not here, so let me just answer that question. If your account, if you have maybe 500 in your account, né? The time frame which I recommend is 15 minutes, which is M15, right? You wait for that point where you have a situation where your candles are at the same level and they must be opposing, which means if it's a buy, we wait for this point, a situation like this. We wait for a situation like this. It was selling, then it broke. Now we have a new candle, which started by going down, right? But then the moment it pulls up, you check, are they at the same level? Yes. Then you can now take your entries. Now, this is a confirmation that the market is changing. Now, if then you see this point, it means you check the previous candle, number one. You check the previous candle. At any point before this candle is longer than the previous candle, at any point, which means from here up to here, in between. So let me remove this, then draw what I'm talking about. All right, it means if you can check, you check the length of your previous candle, not on the 4-hour time frame or daily. You focus on the chart which you use for your entries. Let's say for instance, M15 or M5. So what you do is you go and check at any point here. If you can check this candle, these two candles from this part, let me maybe get something here. At any point from here, duplicated. Yeah, you see these two lines, they are measuring the length of this candle, the sell candle. Remember, our signal is a buy, right? So you are checking at the time frame which you use, or the one that you prefer, right? This is going to help you to beat those retests. At any point, you check the last candle, the last candle. At any point before the new candle is longer than the previous one, which means when I say at any point, it means here you can enter, 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 you can enter. When you see that it's now approaching the peak of the previous candle, there you are going to have problem with the retest. You no longer enter. All together, guys. So this candle is going to go up, down, up, down, up, down, like that. But then your orders, which you placed first, the orders you placed at the bottom are safe. The only thing that you're waiting for is now you focus on your stop losses and your take profit. And remember, once you hit profit of, once you check your profit, once your profit is on 100% profit, which means in your account, if you have 500, now your profit is 500 plus. You focus on moving your stop losses, right? So you move your stop losses. That way, it means you know you are locking your profits. So okay, I'm sure that I was clear with the entry point. We use entry points. Okay, the time frames we use for entry points are from 15 going down. 30 and 1 hour, you can use them only if we are taking long trades. And if you know that you have in your account, you have maybe 300, some deposit 250, which is okay, depending on how much you have, right? It's okay, you can deposit that small amount, but then the problem is you are going to have a challenge when the market reaches, you know, with the indices, the market we are trading, 200 is nothing on a retest, right? It can even go to 350, but in your account you have 200. So you're going to have a problem there. So now when you are on maybe 500 or 700 or 1,000 plus account, then you are safe, you understand? But then what you have to know is once we confirm the market trend, once we confirm that, okay, at half past 3, once we say at half past 3 the market is going to buy, then you wait for those 2 points, this point. Once you have those points, at any point, remember I said at any point, just before this new candle is longer than the previous one, at any point, what do you do? When you take your entries, you wait for that market. You remember, if it's a buy, the market is going up, right? You wait for that candle. When you see that candle dropping, which means it's opposing your signal, right? At any point when that candle is opposing, which means when it will go up and down, up and down. The moment when it goes down, you place an order. When it goes up, it hits profit. When it comes back again, you can add another order, but then make sure that before you place or when you add the order, you place the first order. When it hits profit, you place another one, so that your profit can protect the new order. You understand? That way you will be that is actually that is part of the risk management, right? So you are protecting your capital with what? With the profit. So it means that if you make a profit of maybe 150, you place another order, and that order goes to minus 100. That minus 100 will be taken from that profit, not your capital, right? Then you go on like that. So another thing, if there are any questions regarding the entry, the entry point or the entries, you can be asking, or even in the group you can ask. And one thing I want to clarify again is, if still after watching this video you are confused, you don't understand what is happening with the entry points, né? When you are given a signal, always when I give a signal, I make sure that the group is open. So when you're given a signal, you can ask in the group, right? Remember, the aim is to maximize profit, right? So you can ask in the group, or can you please tell us when to enter? You understand? You don't have to wait for me to send a screenshot to show that, okay, my side I'm in profit. You understand? The reason why we must have this these classes before we take signals is I want you to know what to look for. Like, okay, I will take you to those time frames where I expect you to take entries. Okay, fine. We start with 15 minutes. On our 15-minute time frame, look at this, guys. We confirm, we gave you a signal. We said this is a buy. This is your 15-minute time frame. You see what the points that I say you must look for. Look at these candles here. They're the same level, right? This was a sell, and this is a buy. These two you know as well. You know yourself that these are not the same. It's a sell and a buy. This is a confirmation that now I'm going to shoot up. You understand? But this doesn't just happen. This is 15 minutes. You know, 15 minutes is, you know, may not be that long, but it's enough for you to think. Then you place your orders. So at this point, that's where you check this candle, right? At any point, I repeat, at any point before this candle is longer than this one, you can take your entries. It means from here up to this point. Actually, in this situation, the whole candle, you can be taking entries. But again, please be careful, right? This situation, this candle broke here. Then it gave us another candle which shot up. This situation does not always happen like this. Every time when we have a new candle, the candle will drop, right? It's like I give you a warning and you don't listen, then I will give you a final warning. You understand? So that is what we that is what is happening with these candles. So this candle will move up. This is for you. It's opening for you. Enter if you want to end. You understand? So normally the situation which happens here is the situation which happened here, right? We had these candles being equal, right? And then it moved, right? It dropped. We confirmed a buy here. The buy, this candle is full. You understand? It's full, which means it doesn't, you see, like this one is not full because it moved down, then it came back. So this part is not there, right? The body is at the top, but this one, it's full. So if you see a candle like this, just know that you're going to make a lot of money, right? That candle simply means it has a lot of momentum. The market has a lot of momentum. Whatever direction you have confirmed, you're going to move, or you're gonna hit deep profits. You understand? So at this point, what you have to look for is, now you had your entries, right? And then now it's shooting. This one, obviously, it's not going to be that fast because this is 15-minute time frame, right? Then it will go up like that. you are waiting for this candle. You don't add the entries because now you are not sure. You don't add orders. You don't look for entries yet. And at this point, because you said you are going to use 15-minute time frame. So don't confuse yourself. What you have to do is, if you are looking for a point where you want to add orders, you go to, you look at this point, right? The market is moving up, but then if you want to add orders, if you are going to wait for 15 minutes, that is going to take long. Though these ones will be maybe each in 1,000 something, and then if you have 4, it means you already are in 4K profit. So now what you have to check is, you can see that, okay, I'm in deep profit, but I want to add orders, right? So you go to the next time frame, which is also used for the same thing for entries. Go to 5 minutes. At 5 minutes, this is the point we're dealing with here. So you are at this point, you want to add orders, right? Now look at this point. The market moved up, then there was a change of market, right? The change of the market direction, now it came here, it gave us a double bottom, right? These points are at the same level. This part, the market changed. At this part, the market changes, right? So now you have your orders here. So you see, before I explain the second entry point, yeah, if you can check this part here, where one thing that you have to notice is, if you use smaller time frame for entries, also the candles move faster. If you can check, if you are using 15 minutes, you see this candle, it's long. But when you go to, remember I said you can enter at any point as long as this one is still smaller than this one. But when you go to 5 minutes, you realize that, okay, so to make a lot of money, I have to try, and learn and get to a point where I at least master these time frames, right? Then you see that, okay, so you see, for me, I know that, okay, fine. At this point, you see how small this candle is, but I have a confirmation here that, okay, I can take entries here. So I place my orders. When this candle starts to pull up, I place my orders. I see that, okay, now it's at the same length as this one. But then, is it safe if I enter even if this one is now longer than the previous candle? Then that's when I go to 15 minutes and check, oh, okay, 15 minutes, what's happening? I check, I find that this candle is still shorter than this one. 15-minute time frame, I can still take entries. Now I'm confident enough, and then I go back to my time frame for entries. Then I put orders, I place them, orders. Now I can see that, okay, now there's this point. I'm approaching this point here. And as I'm approaching this point, there is a chance that the market can retest, which means I can have a consolidation at this point. I can have this situation here. It's highly possible because the market was rejected at this point. So I'm like, okay, let me relax. Then the market didn't retest. It's still early because this is where I had a new candle for time premier and 15. So it means this is not a support and it's not resistant, right? Then the market moves like that, which means now my target, if then once you break this point, you can place orders anywhere before this point. You understand? Before this point, It means after this, you can place orders as much as you want. Understand? And then again, you see that, okay, now I have a problem. The market is saying it's going to change. Once you see this, now you rest. You know that your profit is going to decrease, right? So now you wait for it, it's dropping. Now again, you get a situation like this, right? You see that now you know that, okay, the market now is about to continue, right? You add orders as much, right? You add orders. And at that point or at that moment, these ones are in deep profit. So if here you add maybe 4 orders, these ones are going to be protected by your profit. Your capital is out. You understand? Now, all of them, they hit profit, right? So now, when all these are in profit, you go and check again, okay, when is the time? Remember I said you shouldn't be controlled by greed. So now you check for these things, okay, can I go out or is it time? Remember, if then now you have enough orders, man, you don't have to keep adding orders. That is where greed comes in, right? You make sure that all your orders are locked. The profit is locked. Okay. So you check 15 minutes. How far is the market? You see, the market is somewhere here. It broke this point. I'm still safe. You don't exit. Then you go to your 4-hour time frame or an hour so that you can understand better. You go to an hour. When you check, your market is still maybe some. You see what is happening with the hour time frame. This part, this part. When you go to, okay, this part. When I say this part, I'm talking about this head, This part is this one. Is this part, right? So you see that you see what is happening with the market. Now the market is swinging like that. So if you are focused on the time frame, remember guys, we trade using target. We must have a target. In each and every signal, please have a target, right? Your account is 1,000. So when your account is 1,000, you make sure that when you see that, oh, my profit now is at 3.5, you check per order. How much did I make per order? Okay, per order I have 300 and something. Okay, let me say if each order can be at 500, then I'm safe. But once it's 500 and you have 9 orders, guys, you can be 500 times 9. It's a lot of money, right? You can ask, you first lock, then you can ask in the group, guys, do we keep holding or exit now? If I say keep holding, to use the jackpot, then it means there's a chance that each order can go to 1,000. Then 9 times 1,000. Now it's a lot of money if you can check, right? So if still I say hold, you just focus on what? You focus on locking your profits. When you lock, if then the market comes, then you're not going to have a problem. You understand? So that's it with the entry points. So in about 9 minutes or so, I'm going to close this one, save this one for the entry point. Then I will and please guys, don't forget tomorrow we have a meeting. We have a meeting, but then I will try to maybe start the meeting at 9 or 10 o'clock, because normally at 11 we have load sheddings and stuff. So that's about it. So okay, anyone, any question regarding the entry points? Hello. Any question regarding entry points?
Ola.
Yeah. Una question regarding the entry points.
Eish. I thought another question tak tale bro. Manje problem aner otego. Una ko like place at order and then just vela ku buy afan ka uyendlisa ku yi kahle kahle beside kuveni loko u nghena u vela u nga bi buy ntsena u endlisa ku yi swin'wanyana.
Okay. Logo no gaye signal ne.
Yeah.
Logo okay, the market is going to buy at past ne. Logo no ango kumesha no yeah past. Oh, okay, 9 o'clock, because that normally that's our first signal. 9 o'clock, no, it's going to buy. Lakabo, or wanna lakabo 5 minutes to 9.
Yeah.
Market wa ina usunguna ku keep a sell. Anu wa bona kula la isunguna ku buy la and le kulang tisa ta mo ibo ma 22 one sis. Yi buy zisa we ku uta nghena sweswi ku ita ku bana yini I kota ku blow one sis. So loko u yi vona la u xilo xi musi xi le ka buy u nghena la henhla la. Can you see why I'm pointing?
Yeah.
Hey, we want get and remember signal ya yi te 9. 1 to 6. So we loko langutsa nkarhi wa wena I vo ma 20 to 9. We of course nghena la u ku buy. Yi ranga ganya na profit nyana se heta yi dropa. Loko se ma 5 minutes 3 minutes ya drop. Wa vona what is happening wa vona swilo leswi nga humelela hi leswi nga humelela and no ku draw line di teng leyi ta ringana wa vona ku ya ta ringana these things.
Yeah.
So was vona ku yi sele if ka this point yi khipa khandle ri va ka same level mara amafani leri I buy leri sell amafani ne. Now u fanele wa yimela that point. U fanele u ya ka ti time frame letitsongo leti. It's either ina leni recommenda it's M50 na M5 u ya la ka M5 kumbe ka M50 u ya wa ramela yini this situation la ku nga ta huma makhandlele ya kwini 2 different candles ne. This one we vona ku already we have this one ya na ya sell ne and this one yi le ka same point na this one mara a ri si huma ra ku hi komba ku na we are buying. So u yimela khandlele leri nga ta ringana ro ka ku loko ba straight line ne mata ma yime henhla ka that line on this is and loko u langutisa hi ku ya hi nkarhi ne the signal loko hi 9 we are going to buy right. So are you still there?
Yeah, now good.
The signal looks like in 9 we are going to buy. And when you check at 9 o'clock, you still what you see is this sell thing, right? You wait. You don't it doesn't have to be 9 o'clock exactly. It's not always the case. You wait. Like a woman 3 past to 5 past now this can later by 4. What is it? Then ubeka order ye one. Look order liya ya karhi ya henhla u yi vona ku se yi le ka profit ne u languta khandlele leri nga le kusuhi na yona. Loko khandlele leriwani ri nga le kusuhi na yona ra ha ri ritsongo ri nga si hindza leriya ra previous leri ra sell ne ina hi left u add order one this is because liya ku sungula ni se yi ta va yi ri ka profit u tlhe u buy yin'wana u tshika so then we tshika yi phusha. So the only thing that you find about Karushi and that's and you can see now okay the market is moving fast say one again up say and all that you ask in the group do I keep holding now mara when at some point you have to when over target when we you understand Because I know, you know, we can be having network problems and all that. We send a message and then I get it late because, or maybe the inbox people are sending different questions. I have to answer them. You understand? So when you must tell yourself, okay, so since we got this order, logo, you're gonna get 1,000 napa. You understand? You're gonna get 500 napa. You understand? You must have that target when. Then, you know, I do give updates, no re-entry and all that. No re-entry, which means you're a buyer. Then yeah, I say, okay, one, what take the profitable. Then I want to drop. It typically confirm like buy again. Then I'm going to re-entry. It's possible. You understand? So we are market along this point again. Enter for sell we pull up like that. You can add that order. So look here and like that. You make that profit. Then look at the target. Put the all out your. Okay, so you know 1.5 make 1,000. But that make it in like big numbers. You understand? If your account has 1,000, for example, if your account has 1,000, once your profit reaches or get to that 1,000, it's a lot for you. You understand? Then waloka or you close the market. You understand? I came from top floor. So when it gets to 1,000, you close. Then you wait for re-entry. Unless if okay, don't close, guys. We're going to make a lot of profit. You understand? So you check for those things. At some point, until you place your orders, you are monitoring that. I have a lot of accounts which I'm trading and monitoring. You understand? So I'm not on your side or that side. So as you can see, okay, fine. Now, 500, I can close. The same with losses. You understand? When your account is 1,000, you must tell yourself that, okay, I'm going to try and take perfect entry as possible. But from this 1,000, if ever the market doesn't go my direction, I'm willing to lose maybe 300. You understand? So it means at that point, once you see that the market is going in a to 250, 300, 330, you close. You understand? It means
controller coming.
So it means that it means at that point you would have reached your target, right? So now I'm going to save this. I don't want people when they view this, you find that now you have to go through it 2 hours recording. No, I don't want this. So let me close and save this one. Then we'll continue the session.